An English chapter from Class 10 NCRT, A Baker from Goa, written by Lucio Rodrigues. This is a story about a baker and relates to the old Portuguese days. Let's see about the author. Lucio Rodrigues was a great Konkani essayist. He wrote several articles in English and Konkani in various periodicals and magazines. He served as a visiting professor of folklore at many universities and also as a professor of English in Mumbai and Goa. Okay, now let's begin with the chapter A Baker from Goa. This is a pen portrait of a traditional Gaon village baker who still has an important place in his history. Our elders are often heard reminiscing nostalgically about those good old Portuguese days, the Portuguese and their famous loaves of bread. Actually, here the speaker is talking about his childhood days when he used to live in Goa. What type of days was he heard his elders saying or remembering? Reminiscing means remembering. Okay, they were remembering the old, the past days. Nostalgically means something that is attached. Okay, emotional attachment about the past, attachment about the past. So when you remember the past and when some feelings are attached to it, that is nostalgic. So the speaker, he is remembering his childhood days. He heard that his elders were talking about those days in Goa when Portuguese came and they were doing the profession of they were actually baking the bread. That was the business of Portuguese at that time. Okay, so he's remembering those days. The Portuguese and their famous loaves of bread. One loaf means, see, LOAF is one big bread. Like it may be of half kg or 250 gram of bread. But when it is more than one, we say loaves. Okay. So the Portuguese, they were famous for making loaves of bread. Those eaters of loaves might have vanished, but the makers are still there. He is saying that those eaters of bread may not be alive these days, but still the profession is carried forward, still the bakers are there, still the business is going on. Okay, still the making of or preparation of bread is still there in Goa. We still have amongst us the mixers, the molders, and those who bake the loaves. Those age-old, time-tested furnace still exist. The fire in the furnace has not yet been extinguished. Okay, he's saying that it is possible that people who used to eat bread in those days may not be alive, but still the preparation of bread is carried forward. Still, the bakers are there. They have their equipments like molders, mixers, whatever equipments are used, it is still carried forward and still they prepare making bread. The thud and jingle of the traditional baker's bamboo heralding his arrival in the morning can still be heard in some places. He's saying that still the baker of bread, they come and sell the bread in the streets, and still we can hear the noise of those bakers. Heralding means announcing. Okay, so when the bakers, they used to come to sell their breads in the streets, they used to make some noise so that they can catch the attention of the people, so that they can make people listen to them, that bakers have come and buy the bread from us. So with the help of bamboo, they used to bring bamboo with them, and with the help of that bamboo stick they used to make noise. Okay, his arrival in the morning can still be heard in some places. Maybe the father is not alive, but son still carries on the family profession. He's saying that maybe those people may not be alive, but their generation is carrying the family business. Family business of what? Of making bread. Means still their sons or their grandsons, they are carrying that business, and uh, they are doing the same business. These bakers are even today known as pader in Goa. So what these bakers are called in Goa, they are called as pader. The one who bakes the bread is known as pader in Goa. During our childhood in Goa, the baker used to be our friend, companion, and guide. So, the bakers in Goa, they used to be friend, companion, and guide of children. Because the speaker is talking about his childhood days, so he was a child at that time, and baker was friend of him. He used to come at least twice a day. How many times the baker used to come? Twice a day. Once when he set out in the morning on selling round, and then again when he returned after emptying his huge basket. So once, so twice a day he used to come. Once in the morning when he was about to sell his bread. At that time he used to come, and the second time he used to come in evening with his empty basket. Means all the loaves of bread were sold. The jingling thud of his bamboo woke us up from sleep, and we ran to meet and greet him. So every morning when the baker used to come to the street to sell his bread, they used to make some jingling sound, and those sound were heard by the children, small children, and they used to wake up early in the morning to meet him. Why was it so? Was it for the love for loaf? Not at all. Now the speaker is saying that it was not that we wanted to have bread, and so we woke up early in the morning and run towards him. It was not that we wanted bread. Then what it was? The loaves were brought by some Paskin or Bastin, the maid servant. The name of the servants are Paskin or Bastin. They used to bring the bread in the speaker's house. So it was not for the love of the bread that they used to run to meet the baker. What we longed for were those bread bangles which we chose carefully. Now he's saying why we used to woke up early in the morning and run to the baker. It was for bread bangles. Now what are bread bangles? It looks like donut. Okay, it looks like donut. So for these bread bangles, children used to run, and they used to choose it carefully. Means the children, they see which is the bigger one, which is the most tastiest one, so that they see and that they buy. Sometimes it was sweet bread of special make. Sometimes these bread bangles were made up of some special item, some tasty ingredients. The baker made his musical entry on the scene with the jang jang sound of his specially made bamboo staff. So, what type of sound the baker used to make? He used to make the sound of jang jang. That was the musical entry. Whenever he used to enter, he used to make the sound of jang jang. One hand supported the basket on his head, and the other banged the bamboo on the ground. So how he used to come? His one hand was on his head to hold the basket that was kept on his head, and the other hand, he was holding the bamboo stick with the other hand that he used to bang on the ground. So, like that, he used to come. He would greet the lady of the house with good morning. So, whenever he used to see any lady standing outside the house, he used to wish good morning, and then place his basket on the vertical bamboo. Then he used to keep his basket on the bamboo stick. We kids would be pushed aside with a mild rebuke, and the loaves would be delivered to the servant. Rebuke means scolding. Children, they often are very naughty, and they just move here and there, and they don't let elders to do their work. So here also, when the lady of the house was taking the loaf of bread, these children used to roam here and there, and they used to disturb them, and for that they were getting scoldings. Then too, these children, they did not go inside. But we would not give up. We would climb a bench or the parapet and peep into the basket. These children, they were very naughty, and they did not go inside the house. They were standing, they were climbing here and there. They just wanted to peep inside the basket, that whether he has brought the donut type, like that is bread bangle or not. Somehow I can still recall the typical fragrance of those loaves. Now he's saying that I can smell, I can remember the smell of those loaves of bread. Loaves for the elders and bangles for the children. Yes, elders were waiting to get that bread, and children were waiting to get that bread bangles. Then we did not even care to brush our teeth or wash our mouths properly. Okay, he's saying that children, they don't bother to clean their face when they get up in the morning. They don't brush their teeth or wash their mouth. They just want to go out and see whether the pader has come or not with bread bangles. And why should we brush our teeth? Who would take the trouble of plucking the mango leaf for the toothbrush? Okay, in those days, how they used to brush their teeth with the help of mango leaf. And why was it necessary at all? He is saying that why it is necessary to brush the teeth. The tiger never brushed his teeth. Hot tea could wash and clean up everything so nicely after all. See, children, they are dirty. They don't want to clean their teeth. They don't want to wash their mouth. He is giving example that tiger never brushes his teeth, but still he eats. And so why we should brush our teeth? We should also not brush it. If we have the bread bangle, and after that if we drink hot tea, automatically our teeth will be cleaned, and we will have a uh, good mouth, good clean mouth we'll have. So what is the need to brush? Okay, till here I hope you have understood. Oral comprehension check. Okay, what are the elders in Goa nostalgic about? So, what the elders in Goa are thinking, what they are remembering, they are thinking about the olden days when Portuguese used to stay in Goa and do their business. They are remembering those days. Is bread making still popular in Goa? How do you know? Yes, still it is popular in Goa. Bread making is still popular in Goa because maybe fathers may not be alive. Maybe the bakers who used to bake at that time may not be alive, but their generations are carrying forward their business. So this shows that still bread making is popular in Goa. What is the baker called? Baker is called as Pader in Goa. When would the baker come every day? Why did the children run to meet him? Baker would come twice a day. Once in morning before selling the breads, and once in evening with his empty basket. And why did children run to meet him? To see whether he has brought the bread bangles with him or not. Okay, now next. Marriage gifts are meaningless without the sweet bread known as lol, just as a party or a feast loses its charm without bread. Now he's saying that in the in marriage ceremony, the sweet bread known as bowl is an important item that has to be there. Without that item, marriage can't be held. It will be meaningless. And in party or in feast, bread is important. Okay, without bread you cannot conduct party or feast, you cannot celebrate party. Not enough can be said to show how important a baker can be for a village. We can't say that how important the baker is, because everywhere in every occasion bread is needed. The lady of the house must prepare sandwiches on the occasion of her daughter's engagement. Okay, so whenever a daughter or a girl is getting engaged, her mother has to make sandwiches If not, that engagement will not be considered as complete. Cakes and bolinas are a must for Christmas as well as other festivals. So during festivals like Christmas, cakes and bolinas, which are made up of bread, that is necessary, that has to be there. Thus, the presence of baker's furnace in the village is absolutely essential. So, this shows that the presence of baker is necessary in Goa, because in every occasion, be it a marriage or engagement or festival or feast, bread is necessary. Yes, so this shows the importance of baker. The baker or bread seller of those days had a peculiar dress. Peculiar means unique type of dress. Unique dress known as kabai. It was a single piece long frock reaching down to the knees. So in those days, the baker used to wear a unique dress known as kabai. Then the name of the dress was kabai, and how it was? It was a single piece long frock that used to reach down to the knees. In our childhood, we saw bakers wearing a shirt and trousers. Trousers means they are three-fourth, which were shorter than full length ones and longer than half pants. Even today, anyone who wears a half pant which reaches just below the knees invites the comment that he is dressed like a pader. So he's saying that the baker, they used to wear a unique type of dress known as kabai, which was a single piece frock that used to reach below the knee. And in the childhood days of the speaker, he saw that bakers are wearing shirt and trousers. And even today, if anyone wear this type of dress, like a shirt and three-fourth, they are called as a pader. Okay, they are compared to pader, that they are wearing dress like baker. The baker usually collected his bills at the end of the month. So when did the baker used to collect his bills? At the end of the month. They were not taking money on daily basis, but monthly they were taking their bills. Monthly accounts used to be recorded on some wall in pencil. So they didn't used to write in the books, okay, where they used to record on walls with the help of pencil. Baking was indeed a profitable profession in old days. Now he is saying that baking was a good profession in those days. It was a profitable profession. It was a profitable business in those days. The baker and his family never starved. Starved means hunger, okay? So they were not poor, they were not running out of money because they were having a good business. That business was giving them good profit, so they were not starved. They were happy. His family and his servants always looked happy and prosperous. Their plum physique was an open testimony to this. So how you can say that it is a profitable business? Because by looking at them, their physical appearance, you can easily judge, you can easily say that they are very happy and they are prosperous because they had a good healthy body. Plum physique means a good attractive body, healthy body. Even today, any person with a jackfruit like physical appearance is easily compared to a baker. So, if you see any person having a healthy body like jackfruit, means a good healthy body, you can easily say that he is like a baker. He is compared to a baker. Why? Why he is compared to a baker? Because a baker is happy, he is prosperous, he is not starving, he is doing his business good. That means his life is going smooth. So when you see a good personality person, you can compare uh, him with the baker. That even his life is happy. Okay. Then oral comprehension. Okay. Match the following. As a marriage gift, As a marriage gift, sweet bread called bowl is made. For a party or a feast, bread is necessary. For a daughter's engagement, sandwich has to be made. For Christmas, cakes and bolinas. Okay. Then what did the baker wear in Portuguese days and when the author was young? So the baker wore in Portuguese days, he used to wear a unique dress called kabai, which was one piece cloth that used to go below the knee. And when the author was young, what type of dress baker used to wear? They used to wear a shirt and trouser. Okay. Then who invites the comment? He is dressed like a pader, and why? Yeah. Who invites the comment means the people who wear shirt and trouser are compared to a pader. Where were the monthly accounts of bakers recorded? On the walls with pencil. It was recorded on wall with pencil. What does a jackfruit like appearance mean? It means they are happy, they are happy and prosperous. They are happy and prosperous like baker. Okay. So here we have completed this first part of this chapter. In the second part, we will see in the next video. Okay, the second part I will do in the next video. Here the chapter ends. I hope you have understood about the baker in Goa. This part you have understood. Okay, next video I will be bringing very soon.